Hello everybody and welcome back to Emily's Upcycled Home. To shop my items, please click on the links in the comments. Follow me on my business page and that link will be in the description. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Let's jump into project number 1, and I have this wood frame here and it's red with gold. Now this will probably be a good Christmas frame, but I am going to go ahead and paint it. And today we are going to use Aged Gray by Rust-Oleum in chalk paint. And I'm just going to go ahead and cover this whole frame with 2 coats of that gray color here. So now that I have the 2 coats of the gray chalk paint on, I'm going to come in here with this distressed ink pad in the color walnut, and I'm just going to go ahead and age this frame even further, patting and rubbing in that ink and going further in on the sides and doing the same technique. Now here my paint isn't fully dry, but I'm working with it because I don't know, I just don't wait for my paint to dry fully. But I'm going to come into all the corners here and the inside of the frame. And here I'm going to come in with that wet distress technique. And I'm just putting a little bit water on my paper towel and rubbing off some of that paint. And then I'm going to come in with that same pad and darken up those edges and blending it again with my little tool here. And here I come in further darkening the edges of the piece with that same pad. Now for the inside piece, I'm going to go ahead and make a little art piece with this vintage music sheet. Now I've never tried transfers on paper. It didn't quite work out the way I wanted to, but we're going to go ahead and work with that. But first I'm going to really age up this paper here even further with that same distressed ink in the walnut tone and coming in with that same little tool pad and rubbing all that ink into the paper. And then just trim off the excess that doesn't quite fit. And then I'm going to come in with the IOD Pots transfer. And I'm just going to pick this transfer here. And I'm going to bring in my tool and rub it in. And this is, you can see it's having issues sticking to the paper. And I don't know if it's because my surface is a little soft or I have no idea, but I'm just going to go ahead and work with it and just try to put the piece on, because as it pulls off some of the paper, it's giving me a little bit more distressed look here. Now I'm going to come in with these butterfly little pieces here, and these are from Redesigned by Prima, the Bugs Whispers transfers, and I got these off of Amazon. And here I am trying to add a little bit of wording to the bottom. And the sticky backing to the stencil is pulling up all that paper. But I'm going to come in here in a little bit and just apply some Mod Podge to remedy that issue. And once again, go over it with the tool and hoping that it pulls back the stencil or the transfer, holding it onto the paper. And it does. And because of that issue, I'm going to go ahead and cover up this piece here with some Mod Podge. Now this piece is going to go into our frame, but first I want to give it a thicker backing, so I go ahead and glue it onto the cardstock, and then we're going to place it into our frame here. And then the last piece that we're going to do is go ahead and come in with some DIY white wax. And there I'm just showing you that I added a little bit of leftover stencil to the bottom base of the frame. And we're going to add this last layer on here, let that set and harden, and then this piece will be done. And moving on to project number 2. Well, I got these little pots here from Amazon, and they're lightweight and it's plastic, and I was just going to use them for staging purposes, but I decided that I'm just going to go ahead and make them up and sell them. And I think there comes 4 in a pot, but I'm going to go ahead and use 3. Now I come in with this gray chalk paint here again, and it's really watery because this is actually the first project I worked on before the frame. and I didn't mix it very well. So I'm trying to thicken it up with some regular table salt, and that's not giving me the texture I want because I can't find my baking soda. So then I come in with this kosher salt here, and it's more like a crystally look to it and more like a sea salt texture. So I'm going to put that salt into there, and there goes the texture that we want and the thickening of the paint here. And I'm just going to come in with this like splotching, or this, I don't know what method this is called. My brain fart here is going on. But I'm going to come in here and just do a pouncing method. There you go. Pouncing onto the plastic container. And then I'm going to repeat that process for all three of the pieces.
Seeing eyes of mine, what do you feel beside? I don't know where we're gonna fly like you did sometimes. Seeing eyes of mine.
So I did all three pots in that same technique and giving it one more layer of the gray paint over top of that. Now I'm going to come in with that same distress ink pad, and I'm going to like roughen up and distress the bottoms here and add it to the base of the pieces so that the pot looks like it had been sitting there for a little bit and getting some water damage or like worn, you know. And the salt gave me this a lot of texture on these little pots. So I'm going to come in with some transfers here, and I'm going to have a little bit of a difficult time adding these transfers because of that texture. And I'm coming in here with that Bug Whisper design from Redesigned by Prima, and I'm using yellow toned butterflies here, or bugs. And I'm going to come in with that same transfer, picking out 3 different butterflies in the yellow tone, and then I'm going to seal those on with the DIY top coat paint here, sealer.
Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll try to fix it. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll change it, change it. Seeing eyes of mine, you see, there are no trees inside of me. In this desert.
So here I decided to add some wording to it. So I'm coming in with my IOD crockery stamp labels here and a little bit of rice paper. And I'm just going to stamp some pieces of crockery labels that I like here using my StazOn ink pad in black. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply these with Mod Podge. So I'm going to rip out the little wording that I wanted. And I did this process this way because of all the texture on the little pot. And if I just try to stamp it, the wording would not show because of the texture that we applied here. Now I'm just going to come in with regular Mod Podge here and work in that rice paper, and I'm going to really work it in so that it goes over all the little bumps and texture on the pot here. And I'm going to apply another section to the top of the piece, working in that rice paper through all the little texture bumps and raised pieces here. And then I'm going to go ahead and repeat that process for all 3 pots. Now, moving on to project number 3, I had these little jars here from Candles, and I went ahead and gave them that same gray textured paint that we used on the pots. Now, I'll go ahead and paint the bottoms later, but right now, I'm going to come in and add, I'm showing you right there, the plan is to add those wood tops to them. But first, we're going to come in and add some transfers, and these are also Prima transfers, I believe. I'm not sure. I would have to look that up. And I'll do my best, you guys, to put everything in the description. I know I'm horrible at that because I can't find the products I buy. But I'm going to go ahead and apply these little bead transfers here, keeping kind of with our French theme. And I'm going to just work those transfers into that textured paint, which is a little more difficult because there's so much raised areas. So there is our transfer there. And what I decide to do next is go ahead and give these a little bit more of a chippy look. Now you see that little piece there that came off. I went ahead and went with it. So I'm just using this tool and pressing into the paint. Try not to press too hard to where I break the glass, but hard enough so that the paint comes off. And it's fairly easy because there's no sealer on here, and the little texture is giving us this chippy look here. And it's the same kind of process I used on the last video where I did the bird and lemon jar. So I'm just going to go around, and wherever I feel I want distressing, I'm just going to go ahead and pull off some of that paint. And then we'll go ahead and seal these pieces with IOD Big Top, not IOD, DIY Big Top Sealer. And then the bottom bases we'll just set aside and let dry. And then we'll come in and work on the tops. So add in more distressing and more age to this piece. I'm coming in with that same distress ink in the color walnut, and I'm going to go ahead and darken up the areas where I chipped off some of that paint, especially around the base and around the top lid. And then after this, we'll go ahead and seal it.
Seeing eyes of mine, what do you feel beside? I don't know where we're going.
So now let's go ahead and work on our top. So I'm just taking these wood rounds that I got from Hobby Lobby, and they're 4-inch wood rounds, and we're going to go ahead with our stain here. And it's just, once again, that brown paint, black paint, water, and a little bit of olive oil to help condition that wood. And I'm just putting it on and wiping off the excess and making sure that I'm sanding those edges where those little fibers are exposed. And then I'm going to come in and do the same to the inside, and I'm just going to wipe off that excess. Gonna let these dry a little bit, and we're gonna find some tops to them. Okay, so this is how I want them to fit onto the top of this, and I'm gonna find some knobs here to place in the centers of these. And I found these wood knobs that I had in my stash, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply that same stain to them, add some wood glue to adhere them to the base. And then, just for extra support, I'm just going to use a 3-inch brad nail and attach it all together so I don't have to use a screw. And I think the glue and the nail together will give that a secure hold. But I'm going to go ahead and finish up these knobs, wiping off the excess. I'm going to add a little bit of a transfer to the top of the base, adding some wording and a little bit of detail. And then these projects will be done. Of course, after I seal everything, I'll come in with DIY top coat and seal it all in. And here are our finished projects. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you shop my items with the link in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.